I'm here to address a very serious topic. Are black jeans show blacks? Or at least work call. Just kidding, inside joke. I'm actually here to talk about Kino Faux. Kino Faux are a fabrication of the Kino Flow, which is something I did fall in love with while doing several shoots, but could not afford the $600 to $800 for the non-dimmable and the, what is it, $1,200, $1,500 for the dimmables. But I have found a connection to the connectors, and the guys at Stage Equipment and Lighting, your Orlando resource, actually on the net resource for all stagecraft items. Sorry, had to throw those guys a plug because, as you see with my little backlight here, some knucklehead lost the knuckle screw, and they not only had them, but they went ahead and threw them at me, so I gotta throw you guys a plug. Thank you very much, and I love ordering my stuff and always will order from you, and I suggest all of you order from them. Check out their webpage. So, as I promised by my comments from the first Guerrilla Without a Dime, I am going to go ahead and start with the lights because you asked for that, and I do listen to your comments. Won't you be my neighbor? No, I'm just kind of kidding. It kind of reminds me of that because I feel like I'm in a Mr. Rogers neighborhood kind of studio here in our little storage setup at Discount Storage. That's right, Discount Airport Storage in Kissimmee. Those guys are awesome. Give you great deals. Have an auction. So check out their auctions if you're into the auction thing. And they're very friendly to business. So as you can tell, they have no problem with businesses working out of the place as long as you follow the rules. And there you have it. So, okay, all plugs aside. Now, to the Kino Flows, or Kino Faux, whichever you want to call them. Basically, this is a fluorescent 4-footer. I am working on the 2-footers, as I told you, with dimmable. Now, if you go dimmable, the ballast, about $90. Then the dimmer is about $90. So you're starting out right there, $180, $200 with, you know, what it costs now. And then another, you know, $10 for the sheet. So you're talking, you know, a couple $100 if you want to do a dimmable version, which I do have a dimmable version floating around here, but it is in repair right now, so I don't have it. Anyway, the 8 light, as you see, is just simply the 4 light with 2 ballasts. That's it, nothing fancy, except on this one, you'll notice I didn't do it. I'll show you on the 4 bank and on the other 8 bank that I'm using as a fill light that I have actually put switches on to shut off a couple. That one's a little broader, a little bigger too, because the larger the source, the larger the light, as you know. So anyway, this is an 8. It's a little tighter. It's a little easier to run around, do ENG, EFP, that kind of thing. Now, just to let you know, fluorescents are still, even though LEDs are the big thing, fluorescents are still quite active. I've seen them, as you see here, in studio environment, EFP, couple different ways, and of course ENG, because ENG is the jam around, quick, throw it in, flat light, shoot it. This took a few while. There's 2 650s shooting me, the 8 bank as a fill. There's 1K right here giving you this. There's a 150 here giving you that. The 150 hitting my head. So, you know, 2 of those lights can go away if you just use that, but then it becomes flatter. You don't get the black background, so you can get the little breakup and that kind of thing. So anyway, getting back to the light. Here is the fancier, nicer version, and as I showed you, here's a switch that can be put on to turn off a couple tubes in your wiring. And what I did here is I set this up a little bit nicer. This again, Coro Plast. Yeah, I love Coro Plast. With the ballast a little bit tighter version so it would sit in the stand better. Wood to give it a little bit of rigidity, plus also somewhere to screw in the faceplate too. These guys right here, the tombstones, I glued to the side on a later one that I'll show you, but I ended up adding this for not only rigidity, but also a way to screw the tombstones in, and it also helps me with my sizing and everything. And those are about the same height as the ballast, so therefore this stuff all sits nice and flat when you cut your little pieces out. And you don't have to be exact. I mean, it ain't how pretty the light is, it's how pretty the light that comes out of it is. Anyway, so that's the nicer version with switch. Simple, as you see, the wiring is incredibly simple. You just run wire here, loop, loop. All the directions come on all the ballasts. Anyway, on the easier walkthrough, we'll do this real quick, plain and simple, okay? As you see here, you have your ballast, you have your cables, and it shows you right here. Have your wires, you run to your tombstones, your other wires that run to your other tombstones. Put it on a faceplate, make a nice little housing. That's your quick walkthrough of the Kino Faux, or Kino Faux.